Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, mwah, let me be the first. I love you in Africa. I love you in China. I love you in Hong Kong. I love you in Japan. I love you in Australia. I love you in Panama, Honduras, Mexico, Brazil, North America, Denmark, US of A, and also we all love you and sending light and love and prayers to those of you in New Zealand. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Loving New Zealand today, and more importantly, have it spread throughout the world. But before we begin, do me a favor. I want you to like, I want you to comment, I want you to subscribe, hit that notification button, ding, 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 so we can spread the necessary love throughout the world. Because what? Love is the greatest medicine of them all. Love makes the world go round and round and round. And love always wins, ladies and gentlemen. Love is going to win, and love's going to win in New Zealand too. Matter of fact, love is going to win throughout the whole entire world. Like I said, it makes the world go round. So let's talk about that today. I was reading, of course, about the tragedy that happened in New Zealand. And it was a famous comedian who was, criticizing and blaming with a lot of vitriol the President of the United States for the hate, the warmongering that has gone out throughout the world. But I'm very clear, and I've expressed this to you, your words create your world. There's no doubt about that. If you are going to, have a ban on Muslims coming into the country, put up a wall, expound on racism towards African Americans, Mexicans, Muslims, and a lot of other, and praise white nationalism, which is a hate group, known to be a hate group unto itself, and terrorists, particularly the United States of America, and you are ahead of a country, you are going to perpetuate not only what you say. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. That's why I want everybody to go back to see the video on Your Word is Your Bond that I did a couple of days ago. Your words create your world, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the world that this president is creating. It is in the ing stage. It is happening right now. It is not a coincidence. You know the vibrational frequency of words. When you say a word, it goes out and it boomerangs right back to you. And that's what gives it life. And that's why we have so much hate crimes proliferating. It went up 189% in the United States of America alone. So if you can imagine what it's doing across the world, well, imagine it. You see it right now with 50 people, Muslims, have been killed, murdered in New Zealand. And immediately the New Zealand Prime Minister, came out and called for peace, called for an acknowledgement that this type of hate cannot be accepted or tolerated. And unfortunately, in our own country, we're not getting that same type of adamant stance against hate in place of love. But in saying that, this president would not be where he was at unless millions of people voted for him and agreed with him and put him in office. He did not do this by his lonesome. And that's what I'm talking about. We've got to stop pointing the finger at someone else, because three fingers are just pointing back at us. Yep, you and me. We are a product of the president that we put into the White House. We have to take responsibility. And that actor and that comedian pointing the finger at Donald Trump misses the mark. When we have to come in, we have to become more compassionate and more reflective on how we have created it. One thing I'm very clear about is that anything that happens to me, and as far as I'm concerned, what happened in New Zealand is happening to us. You know, Martin Luther King said it best: a threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. There's no separation. You know, we may have New Zealand, we may have all these separations of countries and states and things of that nature, but we're all in this world, one big world together. If this world blows up, we're all going down together. So we participate in every aspect of it. And so that's why it's transcended and it's shifted all over the place. But once again, we have to ask ourselves, what role did we play in manifesting the hate that's in the White House, the hate that's in the world now? And that is because of the fact that we have to be honest with ourselves. If it's in the White House, the key question is, it's most likely in our house. You see, we're just a microcosm of the macrocosm. We're just the small version of the big thing. So you gotta ask yourself, people say, I'm not doing that. Are you not? Think about it. Did you criticize your mom or your dad or said, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you know, you have a pimple on your face? You know, what are the words that you're saying? Are you being argumentative? You know, fighting within inside your own family, within inside your own community, within inside your own job? Is there a battle going on between you and the boss, or you and another coworker, or a student between the teacher, or students between students? You know, we got to understand, is the fighting and it's a hate and race baiting in each and every single one of us? Are we being prejudicial? Are we trying to use our white privilege to get into colleges, you know, that, and our money, our affluence of money to get into colleges we don't belong in? Are we robbing and cheating and stealing the IRS or taxes? Or even if we're taking a safety pin, borrowing it from someone's desk without notifying them, are we participating in these type of unloving acts that proliferates and gives encouragement and acknowledgement for someone to have the audacity and be brave enough to go in and kill 50 souls, 50 lives? So it comes home. It comes full circle home to you and I. We have to ask ourselves, are we being the love we want to see in the world? Are we being compassionate, caring, kind, gentle, even to the ones we think are the problem? You're not going to defeat Donald Trump or anyone else by expounding on hate. You meet violence with violence and we're both dead. You meet hate with hate and we're both ill and sick and cray-cray. The only way that you are going to heal any negativity is to heal it with love. You got to give the love to, yes, to the president, to New Zealand, to the man that committed the act. You got to give him love. That's the problem. Someone hasn't been loving him. Someone hasn't been caring for him. You know, people only hurt other people because they're hurting themselves. And that's the moral of the story. It just boils down to, we all are not giving enough love. We're not giving enough hugs. We're not giving enough compassion. We're not giving enough honesty, truth, justice, righteousness, order, balance, reciprocity, humility, kindness, being caring and sharing. You know, when people in a place of love, they don't have a desire to hurt another soul. So that's what we need to do. We need to all be reflective. Definitely send out light, love, and prayers. Families should get together. Like within inside of my family, we're going to get together and we're going to light a candle. We're going to hold hands, and we're going to pray for the souls and for the family members of the people that died in New Zealand, because their problem is our problem. It really is. Just like we had Charlottesville and a lot of other racial incidents that have happened in the United States of America. We all need a healing, but we are not going to heal if we keep sending out hate and love and playing the victim blame shame game and putting the responsibility on someone else, because it does not exonerate us from the part that we're playing in this situation. So we need to get back into the business of asking ourselves, first deal with it within inside of you. First deal with it within inside of your own home, family, your own house, before you blame the White House or anybody else's house or country. We all have played a participatory role in what has happened in New Zealand, what's happening in states within the United States, what is happening throughout the whole entire world, in Afghanistan and Syria and Israel and all over the world. All those wars that are going on right now, we are playing a participatory role as long as we are here. So don't hate. Participate in the healing. Participate in being an example of love. And you work on your issues that you have. Come on. They may be deep down inside, but let's be honest. Are you racist? Are you bigoted? Are you sexist? Are you classist? Are you ageist type of person? Do you discriminate from a senior citizen? I mean, really sit back and really dig deep inside. And after you heal yourself of all the issues that you have inside of yourself, now go about the business of healing others and sending light and love. You being called now. This is a wake-up call for all of us to acknowledge our issues that we may be having. More importantly, to do the work of the yogi. If this world was filled with nothing but yogis, there would be no hate and no crime and no ugliness in the world. So that's why I want to encourage you. The best way you can help New Zealand, the best way you can help the United States of America, the best way you can help, your town, USA, of all the ugliness and all the hatefulness that's going on, is to work on being the loving, godly self that you were ordained to be. Spread a little bit more love. That's why I always say the saying, spread the word by spreading the wealth, and you spread the love. And I want to mean wealth of healing, wealth of education, wealth of inspiration, wealth of motivation. Those are the things that are so much wealth of love. Just do the good things in life. And in that good, we'll see God made manifest here on earth, as beautiful as it is, because we do live in a beautiful world. So with that said, we're going to say a prayer now. Dear Heavenly Spirit, Divine, Gracious Mother God, we send to New Zealand, to the victims, we wish them a peaceful, loving, healed transition. We send healing and condolences and love and support to the family members of the victims. We send healing and light and love to the shooter. We send healing and light and love to New Zealand, and as we send it to them, we send it also to ourselves and to the United States. We ask, we encourage compassion, we encourage love, we encourage truth, we encourage justice, we encourage righteousness, we encourage order, we encourage reciprocity and harmony and peace. Peace, peace, peace. to you, New Zealand, and in the world. Now, as I say this to you, I want you to share this video, or I want you to share this information. I want you to go now today, and I want you to say I love you to a Muslim, to a Jew, to a Christian, to a Buddhist, to a Shintoist, to Jehovah's Witness, to an old person, a young person, to a black person, a white person. You know, just love people. Just love each other, because I am you and you are me. And we're nothing but love. With that said, I want to wish everybody peace. Hetapu. Namaste. Have a great, peaceful day.